Bore da, Litchard Primary School, Miss Foster here. Most of you know me, but there will be some younger children who don't, and maybe some mums and dads, nans and grandpas. Well, I teach in Year 3, and I'm also responsible for leading Litchard Learning Council, and I'll tell you a little bit more about Litchard Learning Council in a moment. So this week in Year 3, as part of our online learning, we've been learning about children's rights. And a right that we've been learning about this week is Article 12. Now, Article 12 is the right for all children to have their say and to give their opinion in matters that concern them. So I'm going to hand you over to a member of my class, Maggie Flisher, who's also our Learning Council member, and she's going to tell you a little bit more.
Hi, my name's Maggie and I'm 3F, and I'm also a member of Litchard Learning Council. I was chosen by my class to represent their views, and if they have any problems, they know they can speak to me and I can give feedback to the meetings I go to. I love being a part of the Litchard Learning Council. Right now, Year 3 are learning the children's rights to try and get a Silver Rights Respect in School award. At the moment, Year 3 are learning about Article 12, which said it's important for all children to have their say and adults must listen and take it seriously. For example, I have to take bloods quite a lot because I have celiac disease. It's important for me to speak up and say if I would like magic cream or spray. It's my body and blood tests can hurt, so it's important for adults and doctors to listen. It's also important to show respect to other people by listening to what people have to say, even when we might not agree to what is said.
So thank you very much, Maggie Flisher. Some excellent points there, very well made. I especially like the point that you said about being respectful of other people's views. Even if you don't necessarily agree with what they're saying, it's important to be respectful of what other people think and listen to them when they're giving their own opinion. So as teachers, we all take your opinions into consideration, and Miss Miller will tell you a little bit more about that now.
Hi, the teachers have been recently discussing Article 12 in our staff meeting. We feel it's really important that children have their say in things that affect them and things that matter to them. And we feel it's really important that all your voices should be heard, especially as children sometimes think differently to adults and they see things that we may not see. So we'd like to continue hearing your voices in our school. Take care.
Thank you very much, Miss Miller. So today I'm going to read you a true story about a young girl called Malala. And Malala stood up for what she believed in. She wasn't afraid to use her voice and give her opinion. So listen to the story and see what you think. Malala's magic pencil. Do you believe in magic? When I was younger, I used to watch a TV show about a boy who had a magic pencil. If he was hungry, he drew a bowl of curry and it appeared. If he and his friends were in danger, he drew a police officer. The boy was a little hero, always protecting people who needed help. How I wanted a magic pencil too. If I had a magic pencil, I would use it to put a lock on my door so my brothers couldn't bother me. Stop time so I could sleep an extra hour every morning. Erase the smell of the rubbish dump near our house. And I would use it to make other people happy. I would draw the most beautiful dresses in the world for my mother, the best buildings in the valley for my father, so he could open many schools where children would study for free. A proper ball so my brothers and I no longer had to play with an old sock stuffed with rubbish. Every night before I went to bed, I wished for a magic pencil of my own. And every morning I would wake up and check my cupboard, but the magic pencil was never there. One day I was throwing away potato peelings and eggshells at the dump. I was wrinkling my nose, swatting away flies and making sure I didn't step on anything dirty in my nice shoes, when I saw a girl about my age sorting rubbish into piles. Nearby, boys were fishing for metal scraps using magnets on strings. When my father returned home from work, I told him what I'd seen. It made him sad. "Aber," I said. "Yes, Janny," he said back. I always liked it when he called me a dear one. "Why haven't I seen that girl in my class?" "Because," he said, but he didn't finish right away. "Because, Janny, in our country, not everyone sends their daughters to school, and some children must work to support their family. Those boys will sell the metal scraps they find. If they went to school, their families would go hungry." School was my favourite place, but I had never considered myself lucky to be able to go. My father always said, "Malala, you will live free as a bird." Now I wondered how free I'd truly be. That night I thought about families who didn't have enough food, and the girl who couldn't go to school, and even about how when I was older I would be expected to cook and clean for my brothers, because where I came from, many girls weren't allowed to be what they dreamed of. I knew then that if I had the magic pencil, I would use it to draw a better world, a peaceful world. First, I would erase war, poverty and hunger. Then I would draw girls and boys together as equals. Over the next few years, instead of wishing for a magic pencil every night, I worked hard in school every day. I wanted to be one of the top students in my class. But soon, powerful and dangerous men declared that girls were forbidden from attending school. They walked the streets of our city now, and they carried weapons. One by one, girls stopped coming to school. "Aber, where are all the students?" "They don't feel safe here anymore, Janny." How could a few men stop all the girls in our valley from going to school? If more people knew what was happening to us, I thought, they might help. Wishing wasn't enough. Someone needed to speak out. Why not me? I wrote about what it felt like to be scared to walk to school, and how some of my friends had moved away because of the threat they faced in our city. I wrote about how much I loved school and how proud I was of my uniform. Once I started writing, I didn't stop. I wrote speeches and travelled around my country, sharing my story. I even talked to a reporter from a famous international newspaper. People actually wanted to learn about my life. I spoke for all the girls in my valley who couldn't speak for themselves. My voice became so powerful that dangerous men tried to silence me. But they failed. And now my voice is louder than ever. Louder because people have joined me, and together we make a chorus, standing up for what we believe. We raise our voices for those in need, help people in danger even if they're an ocean away. Think of the world as a family. Do you still believe in magic? I do. I wrote alone in my room, but people all over the world were reading my story. Millions now know it and help me spread my message of hope. I had at last found the magic I was looking for in my words and in my work. I am Malala. I've always wished I could make the world a more peaceful place, and every day I work to make my wish come true. One child, one teacher, one book and one pen can change the world. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed the very inspirational story of Malala. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.